This is Paul Stefan at the Baltimore's historic Senator Theater for tonight's East Coast premiere of the movie Harvey. We will be interviewing people of the cast, the crew, the bands that are on the soundtrack, and covering the Q&A. And so we'll soon be having people coming in. This beautiful theater was opened in 1939. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. And the thrill is in the air here. Baltimore is bringing a little bit of Hollywood home tonight. It's great. We're going to have 400 to 500 people and an audience on a Thursday night. We're outlasting the people in L.A. They only had 270 there. So this is going to be a terrific event, a terrific night. And we'll soon be seeing who's going to come across the microphone for us. And because I see a lot of people here I know tonight from other movies and other times, and people I've interviewed, and hopefully we'll meet some people I want to interview for the first time. I see all kinds of great folk here tonight. And we are waiting to see who will dare to come in front of the mic first. But until then, I am waiting. This movie is supposed to be a psychological thriller, sort of like a Hitchcock film. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it is and maybe giving you my impressions after the film. What? Oh, it's the old one. It's not the new one. It's an old one. That's a 7. Okay, he's definitely, he's going to check and see that we are on a live feed, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm waiting to see who our first guests will be. I see a lot of great people. Oh, I have to give my finger or one of them. Or the other finger. I'm trying to set up a phone now. There it is. The lobby is filling up. All kinds of people here. There's a lot of people in their best clothes for this Thursday evening in Baltimore. I see some of the actors. I see one of our bands here. It'd be Vivid Vertigo, that is. I would say check their music out. And over there I see Eliza Kelly, one of our fine actresses that of the Baltimore, Washington, Virginia area. And looks like Brian St. August right there, another one of our great local actors. It's great to see him again. And we're waiting for our first guest, whoever that might be. Or guests, plural, possibly. Who do I get on here? I don't know how many people we can squeeze in here. Okay. Is it working? Can we get these guys in somehow? How are we going to squeeze all you guys in here? We're going to try. And this is what? Vivid Vertigo, right?
Vivid Vertigo, yes, sir.
And you are?
My name's Nick.
Nick? Okay,
Yes.
What do you play?
I'm the drummer.
You're the drummer? Okay,
Yes, sir.
and this gentleman?
I'm the guitarist. One at a time.
One at a time? Okay. Well, is this your first premiere?
Yes, first premiere.
Okay. Now, I was going to ask whoever's the leader here as to, the song that's being used or songs in the movie. Which
Yes.
ones did they pick? What are your
Jaded
songs?
Blue.
What is it?
Jaded Blue.
Okay, and what is that song about?
Song's about. That's gonna be a Maryland answer.
Who's it? The lady?
The lady. Yeah.
She has to answer that one for us. Bring her over here then.
Yeah. Andrew, Maryland.
Hi there. And you are?
Jaded Blue is about the ups and downs in a relationship, how you get bored and lonely in a relationship.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
And have you seen the film before or no?
No, first time.
Because I'm wondering, again, my thought would be, how are they using your song with your concept within their plot? You
Right.
know? And it'd be interesting really to see
Yeah.
how they use it, or it's just background or what have you.
Yeah.
But it's great. And you guys are local or no?
Colonial Beach, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, long drive, man.
And you guys play all the local clubs and things? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You got CDs and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we're on every music platform: Spotify, Amazon, Google Play,
Yes, sir.
iTunes, Apple Music.
Terrific.
You can access all of that on vividvertigo.com
Okay.
and all of our streaming software.
There, get that plug in there.
Yeah, thank you.
We want you guys to be known after tonight. And certainly, I'm going to tell everybody, please watch for these guys on Spotify and everywhere else. All right? All right, thank you. Anybody else want to come in? And you are the guitarist, right?
Yep, I'm the guitarist. My name's Eric.
Okay. Who's the leader of the group?
The leader, I guess you could say the singer, maybe the drummer Nick, who you just spoke to. Yeah, he does a lot of the promoting and things like that for the band.
That's great. I forgot he's tall. That's right. I'm sure. Okay, great. Is this again your first premiere?
Yeah, this is our first premiere. It's an awesome. We're so excited for this event.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll be launching you guys. I want to launch everybody tonight.
Yeah.
The actors, the musicians.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the
Let's
movie.
let them have a soundtrack. I don't think
Yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah.
You did?
Well, no, we're working on getting our album out now. We got some stuff already out on Spotify and everywhere, but we're looking for some big things coming up pretty soon.
Let me see somebody else here.
All right. Do you want to come up here, Tim?
And you are?
I'm Timmy. I'm the bass player.
You're the bass player.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep.
How long have you been with the group?
Probably close to like 10 years now.
Really? You guys been around that long?
Yeah, it's been me, Nick, and Andrew for the most part. And we finally found our little niche with these two that we have now. So,
So it's what, a five-man group?
yeah, we are a five-person group.
And what type of, sorry, this lady's usually all guys and bands.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
But, what type of music, for people who don't know what type of music?
I'd say it's like a 90s alternative hard rock kind of sound.
That's cool.
So it has that nice, like, slightly older sound to it, but, you know.
So you guys rock out.
Yeah, we definitely rock out, headbang a little bit, you know.
Terrific. That's terrific.
Yep.
Is this your first premiere? You're all
Oh,
out
yeah.
there tonight?
Yeah, it's first one.
You gotta all be excited about
Oh,
it.
yeah, we're really excited about it.
That's good.
Big names and everything here, so.
Yeah, it's big people here.
Mhm.
People like you and me, too.
Exactly. We're the important ones, right?
All right, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
have somebody else come in here? This young lady.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Marilyn.
And are you the singer?
I'm the lead vocalist of Vivid Vertigo.
Vocalist of the
Yes.
group? Wow.
Yes.
How long have you been with the group?
I've only been in the group for 2 years now, since November 2019. So I've met them before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
Do you sing on the song we'll be hearing tonight?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, so we'll be
Yes.
hearing your voice. You'll be hearing
Yeah.
your voice.
Yes.
Very big.
Yes. Jaded Blue is the name of our song.
Thrilled for you.
Yes.
Do you have a training or background in music? Or?
I've played piano since I was 4, and then guitar ever since I was in middle school, and then I just picked up on singing in high school, and I did YouTube and everything.
Great, just doing vocals here. We're not playing any guitar for you.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Play the guitar, sing there too.
Yes. Yes.
So, again, have a good time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
Of
It's nice to
course.
meet you.
Thank you. It's nice meeting
Same
you.
here. Bye-bye. And that is Vivid Vertigo, ladies and gentlemen. And I see in the audience, I see one of our favorite people. Bring him over here. This is Brian St. August.
Hi, how you doing?
Let's get you in here. Gotta get this handsome gentleman in.
How have you been?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
I've been hanging in there, doing okay.
Doing a little acting? Or?
Some, yes, primarily with the universities right now. Some very heavy things. Hopkins, Maryland, Living Legacy Foundation. Very heavy acting. You know, it's very emotive. So,
That's good.
yeah,
No films here lately? Or?
I am signatured to 4 films, every one of which was held up because of the pandemic. Some lost financing, some just got pushed back. But I'm looking forward to Connie's movie in April. That's what she's starting to look at.
Finally going to be get off the
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
You are the Godfather?
I'm the Russian
Russian
Godfather, yes. That's right. That's my German accent right there.
And we're going back to Bill Tillman there. Right?
Yes, almost. Well, it's great to see you.
Here.
Thank you so much.
See you later at the party, huh?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Good to see you. All right. And why don't we bring in Desi somehow? Bring her. Oh, excuse me.
What are you doing?
I'm interviewing for everybody here. You know, the people in the cast and crew.
Let me have your phone again.
Okay. He wants to make sure the feed is still live. Oh, we're definitely live.
We're live, so listen, this is a family reunion.
Perfect, Desi, yeah.
We are so excited to have Baltimore Free TV here because way back before the pandemic started, we had promised them that they would be able to come and interview all the cast and crew, and then the pandemic hit, and we lost all the investment like many other people for that particular project. But then this one was born, and it was just easier to facilitate. Oh, I'm Desi Velez, by the way. I play Mary and Harvey. We had a smaller crew, a smaller cast, and most of this happens in a retro bowling alley. But I tell you, we shot this at the height of the pandemic, and I'm not going to say we weren't nervous. I double masked. I had gloves on. I had those little wet wipes. I'm wiping the whole like airplane because honestly, airplanes are disgusting. But when we got there, Renelle, who is the director and writer, along with her son Sean, they basically housed us in Airbnbs where we were all together. So we weren't like mixing with other people. We were bonding, and then we had a couple of nursing staff that were on site the whole time, and they would test the crew every 3 days.
Like one of 8 independent films that were given permission.
Well, at the time, we were only one of 5.
Really?
SAG, Screen Actors Guild, was not playing around. They had a number of people get sick and some die, and major productions at that point shut down, and all the little guys were the only ones that were actually being able to produce. Because let's face it, if you have an A-lister, he's well funded. He can hide out in a bombshell for a couple of years, but we were starving, and we had a need to create. But we did it, and I'll never forget this. There was this beautiful rainbow that shot across on the outside of the bowling alley while we were filming, and one of the crew took a picture of it. And I said, this is a good omen. And sure enough, it was, because we got distribution with Midnight releasing. And as you know, that's a key component. You can have all the money in the world, you can make a film, but if you don't have a distribution, nobody sees it.
It's true, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Because all you great actors never get seen.
Right. But we had a fabulous red carpet in LA at the Lamel Theater. Really good response. And then we have this one here, and we wanted to bring it here because, I mean, we're all family. We everyone here in Baltimore, or actually say the DMV area as we call it, Virginia, Maryland, DC, we all have a tight film community. We've worked with each other. We support each other. We've seen each other's ups and downs. I mean, this business really is like being married to somebody with, what do you call it when you're like really happy one minute and really down the next? Yes, it's a bipolar industry. You are either doing really well and you're really high, or you are smacked down getting a spanking by God, I say. And the pandemic did that. It spanked the whole industry. But we were one of 5 films and eventually one of 7 that got permission to shoot. So here we are, and it's really great because this has been what I told Johnny, the can opener for us. It has cut through several doors, and now we can't say much, but we have this really great project that's coming.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to it. And you will be there to interview.
Terrific.
And I can't even say that. He won't even let me say the name. If he does, that's one thing.
I have one question I prepared for you for this evening. You don't always prepare.
Okay.
I was going to say, you've been acting for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
And you just talked about the bipolar of this industry. I want to know, what is it? What keeps you going as far as acting?
You know, I really think that when you're an artist, whether you're a performing artist, whether you're an artist on canvas or painting the body, like body art, which I also do, or whether you are an artist that writes, because that's an art form, or film, it's in you. And every day, you know, it's funny because I watched a lot of inspirational speeches to keep me up during the shutdown, which, I mean, I lost everything. I lost my small business, a full-time job at school, the acting shut down. So I lost 3 industries, out of work for 8 months. Talk about nerve-wracking. That's why I gained so much weight. But I watched and thank you. I watched and listened to a lot of inspirational speeches, and one of them said, if you wake every day thinking about the same thing, then it's because you were meant to do that. So you don't stop and think why I haven't yet, or how many times you failed. You can't think that way. You have to keep going. And I try to be what I would call normal, which is like everybody else I knew that's married and has a picket fence and a home. And I would feel down, like, why don't I have a lot of these things? But then I saw a lot of these people lose them. During the pandemic, the housing crash. And I realized that I'm just not built to do other stuff. I'm happier when I'm doing this. And that's why we keep going.
That's terrific. It's because it's you. It's part of you. It's in you. Real artists, they have to do it whether they're eating or not. They have to produce their art.
Yes. But you also have to have the right team and the mindset.
And I think you're there now.
Yes.
I think this is a launching pad for a lot of these people who I think, as I've interviewed you all before, are wonderful actors and crew, but you don't get the recognition that you all deserve.
And what I like about it is you have to watch art, because some people say it's a we, but they're really just me. And we found groups that think that we all contribute. This is for us. We all benefit from this. So we all come and support each other. We all advertise this. Because really, even the smallest, let's say an extra in a film, a lot of these people that survive doing extra work, they feel down. They say, like, I'm not a real actor. Let me tell you something. I was helping out on a movie that is going to come back and shoot in D.C. that's doing a reenactment of Martin Luther King's famous walk. 300 extras in historical detail clothing. You let a couple of those extras not show up, and you see how that film will come to a standing point. Because every part is a component of the machine, and if you're missing one screw or nut, you're screwed.
Well, you know the cliche which says there are no small parts, just small actors.
Exactly.
Okay,
But
well,
so
we're
I'm going to go because I'm talking too much.
Oh, we're great. You were wonderful. Though.
But I love these guys, and you'll see Johnny and everybody
We'll
else
see
soon.
you at the party.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Who's next? Who's next? Eliza Kelly, maybe?
I'm ready.
Do you want to be next?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're always ready, girl.
That's right.
How
How are
you
you
doing?
doing, Paul?
I'm doing fine. Terrific.
So good to see you
It
again.
is good to see you, too. You're one of my favorite interviewees.
You're one of my favorite interviewers.
Thank you. It's a love fest, ladies and gentlemen.
Love fest.
So tell me, you got a lot going on. I know.
I do.
You produced a film that's up for some awards, correct?
Yes, we just finished filming at the Magic of Horror Film Festival in Richmond, and we won Best Director for that. I was executive producer as well as starred in the film The Darkness Before Me. Actually, the writer of that, Joe DiFrancesco, is here tonight, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
What's happening with Elijah and George?
That is a great question. We have moved into a new stage of funding for that film and looking at making sure that we have some investors to get it going, and we are still on board for it and ready.
Terrific. Now, one of the questions I was going to ask you, because you played in a lot of different types of films and played a lot of different characters, historical parts, dramas, of course the Western I know you for.
Right.
Is there any type of film or a role that you haven't played that would be like on your wish list? Boy, I want to play this type of part.
I am so glad you asked me that because I just recently got cast as a sniper in a film.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not just a sniper, I'm a sniper with a story.
Oh, that's better.
Absolutely, and she has an amazing arc, and James Couch is the one who wrote it. And it's called The Lost Phoenix, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. We're filming coming up in December, and it's an incredible story. And my character has not only an incredible arc, but the ability also to be badass. So I'm very excited.
Use any of your martial arts moves?
I get to, yes, yes.
Remember, folks, she has a black belt.
I do. Black belt in Taekwondo, yes.
Watch out for this lady.
Yes, I need to make my grandmaster, who
herself.
recently passed away, I need to make him proud. So thank you.
The
Yes.
ex-Marine or whatever.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
keep up
Well,
with
when you're a Marine, you're never an
I
ex-Marine,
know,
right?
I keep up with you guys.
Thank you. I know you are amazing. I love that.
That's terrific. The only thing I got wrong was you singing opera.
I might sing, but it's not opera.
Have you ever done a comedy, or would you think you'd be good in a comedy?
Yes, I do think I would be good in a comedy. Yeah. It has to be more straight comedy. I have done some comedic work, but it's kind of that straight comedy feel. So I'm definitely open to any more comedic roles that anybody's looking to put me in. That's right. Yeah, I have talked to another screenwriter, Kendall Cook. He is fantastic and doing amazing things. We had a short film we were going to do that is a dark comedy, but he's working on some features now. So
I hope you guys all tonight, as I sold the Desi, you finally get recognized because of this film, because it's going to be on so many streaming platforms.
yes,
That you've got to be noticed.
the ensemble of this cast is absolutely incredible. I mean, to be able to watch, like when we went to LA and watched everybody, it's fantastic to feel the strength of an entire film.
So it was a real ensemble film.
Absolutely.
It's not like starring this person and everybody else supports them.
Of course you have your leads,
Yeah, of course.
but everybody's strength in the film shows up.
Is Darius here tonight, by the way?
He was supposed to be, yes. I have
don't wanna
not yet
interview him.
seen him. I hope you get to. He is amazing. He got to, when I met him, it was,
Okay, all right. Well, we got to get going.
Yes.
We'll catch up at the restaurant. Okay?
absolutely.
Okay.
It's so good to see you
Same
both,
here.
and thank you for TV Free Baltimore.
Oh, thank you for being you. Okay, who's next?
I'll make sure to throw that in there for you, Charles.
Terrific. And who are these? The band? Is this another band here?
Love in Vain. How you doing? Love in Vain.
Love in Vain. And you are?
Johnny Sex, the drummer.
Okay.
Mike Sullivan.
Jimmy Mack, bass guitar. Jamie Lama, vocals.
I want to ask you guys, which one of your song or songs is being featured in this film?
With a Bang and Freight Train.
Two.
Two of them, yes.
And what are these songs, what are they about?
Well, With a Bang is partying, and Freight Train is just a life out of control, like being on a freight train.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I was talking to Vivid Vertigo a little earlier, and I said, well, let's be curious to see how the producers, directors used your music in their band. You know, what scenes they were using it in. Does it fit with, your concept?
Yeah, hopefully. From what I understand, several different scenes in the bowling alley is where our music is featured. So I can't wait to see it, and see what's happening.
One of you guys, or any of you guys, write these songs?
We are with a couple of other songwriters on those particular cuts.
Sometimes, musician songwriters,
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, your first premiere?
Yes.
Oh, terrific. Well, I'm glad you're part of it, and I want them to come up and push it. They put together a soundtrack so they feature all the bands. How can people find your music?
On Facebook currently under Love in Vain, and Vain is spelled with an E.
Okay, V-A-N-E.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and have a wonderful night.
Great.
I'll see you all at the party.
All right. See you at the party. Thank you for your
I
time.
wish you were rocking out tonight, but that's all right. And this is Irv Becker.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Irv.
How you doing, bud? Welcome.
And this is Irv is a producer on the movie.
I'm a producer and one of the actors in Harvey. I'm one of the actors. I play a character named Randy.
Right. Now, the thing I was going to ask you, because I prepare for people, is that, just by the way, folks, he is a master barber.
I'm a master barber. I own a shop in Harford County called A Work of Art, and I have two partners, Jason and Kim, who are here in the crowd tonight to cheer us on. But yeah, I'm a master barber and I'm an actor. I'm a SAG actor.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was going to say, though, because I read something you may have said, you can tell me if it's right or wrong. It said that, because of your job as a barber, that you've learned a lot about human nature and people from your profession as a barber.
Well, being a barber has allowed me to meet the right people. My, journey for acting began back in like junior high school, and some of my original schoolmates are here. And when I went to barber school, I met guys that got a job to do the movie Cry Baby with John Waters. So my boss said, hey, I'm going to get you in Cry Baby, which I was in Cry Baby. So doing hair is like connecting me to all the right people. I'm a barber, so I meet lawyers, doctors, producers, directors, and That's been, it's networking, absolutely, absolutely.
How you use it in your acting.
Oh, absolutely. Like when I talk to people in my chair, it's like I'm their friend, I'm their confidant, and I take the human condition and kind of bring it into my acting. And what's really amazing about tonight is me and my buddy Johnny Alonso. It's like we're hometown guys from Baltimore. I'm a local Baltimore guy. Well, I lived in Los Angeles for 4 years and doing acting stuff. I'm a Baltimore guy. But what's amazing is Baltimore comes out to support this stuff. Like, this is a taste of Hollywood in Baltimore after COVID and all the bad stuff. Here we are, Thursday night. We got all these beautiful people here getting ready to watch an amazing movie. But that's what I love about Baltimore, you know. Love it or leave it, we're hometown. We're not a bunch of transients, we're hometown people. I know you are, and that's great. I appreciate you. Everybody, enjoy Harvey tonight. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to bring in Richard Connie. Richard Connie, he's right there for you guys.
How are you? How you doing, Richard?
Good.
All right, it's okay to cut. I got told to do this. Now, to me, I was going to say about you is that, folks, if you don't know this gentleman, you may have seen him on TV and movies.
Yeah.
That he's a veteran actor in a good way.
Yeah.
And because I was going to ask you that, you know, what I see is it seems like in your parts that I've seen you play, Richard Cutting disappears, and you become the person that you play. Good guys, bad guys, Dr. Milgram, or the bad guy in Phil Tillman. So, I mean, what is your technique or your process by which you inhabit these roles?
Yeah, well, I like to get close to the text, you know. I mean, the writer tells you everything, and between me, the writer, and the director, it's finding what the character wants, you know, at the moment in the scene, but also over the whole story. So I'd spend a lot of time on that. And that's the driver, you know, what's my intention and my motive here, you know?
But you don't consider yourself like a method actor?
No, I've taken the 5 different schools of acting. I've had a smattering of them all, you know, I'm enough to be dangerous. But I find it in the writing, you know? Yeah.
Because you are also a screenwriter.
Yeah, oh yeah. We've done a couple, and
Got anything?
well, we just finished The Order of Rights, which is now up on the streams, and Milgram and the Fast Walkers. I wrote and produced and directed that, so yeah, that's all out there on the streams, you know.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And you got any projects coming up acting after this one?
Well, I've got a couple of horrors that I'm looking at. You know, I've done a lot with Kevin Kangas, who is he's Baltimore's. Yeah, and so, you know, he's working on some stuff, so there's stuff coming up.
All right, well, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you later at the restaurant.
Thank you. So good to see you.
Same here.
Appreciate it.
All right, now we're going to bring on this lovely lady here, Michelle Lewis.
Hello, how are you?
How are you, Michelle?
I am overwhelmed. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good.
Why, you're not used to big premieres like this?
I am not. This is actually my first. I went to What Death Leaves Behind with Johnny Alonso in it. So I went there, but this one is actually. Oh, I bet you were. So.
We did the interviews before too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're very familiar with
The
this.
Egyptian.
Yeah. That was a beautiful theater too.
Yeah, but this one is classic.
I have never been here before, so I'm anxious to see inside.
1939.
Oh wow.
National Historic Register.
Classic Hollywood then.
Yeah, one question I will ask you. I'm not going to be tough on you.
Okay.
But no, because you do have a background also as a screenwriter.
Yes.
How does your experience as an actress affect the way you write a script or the way you write dialogue?
When I'm writing, if I can see it in my head the way an actor would do it, that's how, to me personally, that's how I know it's going to be good. Same thing if I'm reading somebody else's. If I can see how the actors would do it and the picture plays out clearly, then I'm like, okay, this is good. If I struggle to do that, then it's probably not so good.
I'm sure you've seen even as an actor that sometimes you see the script, you know, I don't know my character would say that. Or
Exactly.
It doesn't ring true.
So when I write, there's also a lot of character development that goes in it. So when I write it, the vernacular will even be how the actor's supposed to say it. Now, that's why I don't really direct, because the actor's supposed to kind of interpret it on their own. If I'm there directing, I'll be like, no, he's supposed to say it like this. So that's why I let somebody else direct it, but I will give the input. Like, no, this is kind of who he is, and that's his background. So A lot of it is up to the actor, but
Where did you learn these accents?
No, actually, I've never had a dialect coach. It's just stuff that I've done for fun. So I did. I particularly like to do the British because it's like I don't really have to think about it. And there's like this one where it's like not really proper, and then there's also this one where I'm speaking properly.
Northern Ireland, or was that?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell.
It was just Irish.
It was just Irish. Is that something you want me to do right now? I'm sorry?
I didn't kill a guy.
Oh, no. I was the bait. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great one. That's one of my favorites, too. Yes, I told my husband, you do your research because, right? And Johnny told me the same thing. He's like, this guy's great. He does his research.
Oh, Johnny coached me. I don't know what.
Yes, because I've never been interviewed. Well, I actually was interviewed at What Death Leaves Behind, and I have no idea why. Johnny was like, go do it. And I'm like, why? I'm not in it. And I was like, yes, I am. I play the coroner. The coroner. Yes. I'm fascinated with forensics, so yes, it really was. So Renelle was like, it's yours, and Johnny was like, I want her for this role. So Johnny's my bud. Love him. Johnny and I are supposed to be talking about his next project. He said he wants me in it, so fingers crossed. Yep, secret one. Can't say nothing. Nope. Got to keep my lips sealed. I will certainly will. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I want to talk to your DP here.
Absolutely. He's great. He's great.
Shannon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, let's bring on Shannon. Oh, wait a minute. Get a picture. Too late. Yeah. Oh, I got Shannon now.
Yeah.
How you doing, big guy?
Good. Yeah, I mean, I've been here a couple times for screenings with other filmmakers around the area. It's a great theater.
Director of photography on this film.
Yep.
It was dark running films.
That's right. Yep.
And it was act.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't act in this film.
No, I don't. I mean, I am a SAG actor. I mean, I've done a lot of films in the past, but, I started getting into more cinematography and editing and directing, and I've kind of found myself in that end of things for a while now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How does that influence the way you frame the film?
But it really helps a lot because for me, when I'm shooting actors, it's really trying to dial into what they're giving me back. So it's that dancing with the actor, with the camera, and it really helps a lot with capturing that shot. Sometimes it may help me realize that I need to move that shot and do it a little bit differently. So, having that background and wanting to know as an actor what I would want to be shot as an actor, it really helps out with going back and forth with it.
Do you do lots of takes or?
It depends. I mean, your schedule dictates. Yeah, with this one, we 11 days we shot this entire film. So, I like to take takes to make sure we get it. I'm definitely not set on 3 takes and they're done because you may not have the shot. So, thinking back at this film, there was different ones we did like 7 takes, other ones we did in 3. It just really depends. For the most part, I pretty much had freedom to do that, being that she said what she wanted vision-wise, and then from there, I actually pretty much had the freedom to do that. So, and the same thing, once again, you kind of have a basic framework for shooting, but honestly, the mood of the actors, the mood of the shots and the scenes kind of dictate all. So.
What is your palette for this film, or what kind of mood were you trying to set?
I mean, really like a kind of 80s vibe, out-of-date kind of vibe to it. Definitely more of a suspenseful psychological thriller, but really just to show from the main character, from Harvey, just that life was very bleak for him. So that kind of darker tone to it, that he's trying to find his purpose in life. So all those things influenced it.
So maybe you did some darker shots, like less well lit.
That's right. So it's all lit really well, but you'll feel a darker vibe to it by the way I've colored it into the coloring of it. Yeah, there's not. I mean, bowling alley, you see some more bright lighting, but for the most part, it is very darker like that. Yeah, it's dark film. So.
Do you have anything coming up soon?
Yeah, we have. With Johnny Alonso, we have so many projects in the works. Whether it be some stuff being shot in Atlantic City. I mean, Dark Running Films has its own projects. Things like 13 Colchester and Superhuman and even a series called Hope Lost. But in combination with that, I mean, I work on other projects, other studios. So it's going to be a really busy next couple years. Yeah.
I was going to say, it was really nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so
And
much.
we'll see you over down the restaurant.
All right.
All right. Who's up? Show that poster. Hi there. And you are?
I'm Kendall. I play Falling. Yes, I am.
Is this your first film, by the
This
way?
is my first film.
Premiere?
Yes. Yeah.
So is it overwhelming?
It's a little overwhelming. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's super exciting. It was crazy to do this during COVID too. So
It's great we're doing this during COVID.
yeah. No, it's a great start.
Now, since it was your first film, my question for you was going to be, was it all, when you went into it, and you had an idea, was it all what you thought it would be?
No, actually complete opposite.
What did you think it was going to be?
I think it was going to be more, I don't know, fast pace, and everybody knew what they were doing, like go, go, go. And it was kind of like that, but at the same time, so I fall in the movie, and we had to take like 8 to 12 to 20 shots of me like trying to fall, and it was different shots. So I'm not actually falling, but the way it came together was awesome. So it was different than I was expecting, but it's really cool to see it come together.
And what did you learn from this experience?
I learned that it takes a lot of patience to do this, but you got to put yourself out there. And I was definitely nervous to get into it, but now that my first one's done, I'm ready to get on.
You want to do more?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're not done with this.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
All right, well, thank you for being here, and we want to be you the star of the future here.
Yes, hopefully. Next time you interview me, that's what it'll be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. We'll
Thank
see you later at the
Okay,
restaurant.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye. And let's bring in this dude, man. This is the star here. Let's bring in Darius Audrey, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the house. And he plays the title character of Harvey. That's right. Now, one of the questions I want to ask you, I mean, you're a man, you're involved, you're a great fisherman, you're in real estate, but as a young fellow, you had dreams of being a Major League Baseball player. And then at some point, it turned to acting, I guess. And what's that story?
Yeah, so I grew up playing baseball my whole life. Went out to play junior college ball. Then I ended up transferring to a university in Iowa, and I wanted something new. I saw my career kind of coming to an end. I said, I need something that I'm going to be passionate about. I changed my major to drama spontaneously, and my grades went from a D's and C's to all A's. Made the Dean's List for my first time, and it's been off to the races since then. Fell in love with the art.
You took acting in college?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did a lot of plays, Shakespeare, modern works, classical works, all types of stuff. But that's really where I fell in love with the art, about 4 or 5 years ago on stage.
Of course, you've done a few films before this one.
Yes, yeah. I've done a couple of features. I've done many shorts, especially first starting out. But this is my most favorite film I've done yet. Just the script, the story here. It's provided a lot of challenges and a journey that every actor craves and really wants in their career.
Now, to being the title character in the film, did you feel any weight or responsibility that I have to carry this film?
I definitely felt the pressure, but I approached it like I approach any other script I get, with the utmost respect that it deserves. And I knew going into this that this would be a big project and this would be a very important project to many people. But I was excited for the expectations. Playing a lot of baseball in front of bigger crowds, it made it easier. So thank you to that journey. Yes.
What I was going to say is I think there's a good way that we could combine baseball and acting, because what I see is you being the star of the Derek Jeter story.
Man, I've gotten a lot of, you look like Derek Jeters my whole life. So, but baseball, it's a game of failure. It's the only game that you can go 3 for 10 in and succeed and be a Hall of Famer. And when it comes to acting and auditioning and things like that, if you book 3 out of 10 things you audition for, that's amazing.
It's the same thing as baseball.
The same thing. You got that right.
Well, man, I hope you have a good night tonight, and everybody loves you and loves this film. And we'll see you later down at Zen West, okay?
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Thank you. Welcome to Baltimore.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Do a plug for the movie.
What?
Do a plug for the movie.
Harvey, yes, again, Harvey. Our suspenseful thriller tonight. Oh, excuse me. Look here. This is a gentleman we just talked to. Right here. Okay, get a shot. He wants to get a shot of something first. No, we're not done till you're done.
That's all night.
All right, who's this lady?
She's hair and makeup.
Oh, we got to talk to her too. Why not? Well,
I'll say goodbye to you.
yeah, okay, bye for now. But he's getting the murals. Okay. Well, we're ready to review somebody else. Come on in here. Hi, how you doing? Who are you?
I'm Catherine Keel, hair and makeup for the film.
Have you done a lot of this kind of work in the past?
I have done a lot of commercial work and production, but this is one of the coolest I've been a part of.
What was so great about it?
The people and the storyline and the locations were really cool, and it was just a lot of fun to work with everybody. And
Did you have to do any special makeup?
I did some of the special effects, some of the blood that you'll see there. Also, there's a dead body scene that you do get to see some of my handiwork, and of course, transforming Harvey into his character.
Terrific. Well, thank you and have a great night. Let's bring in Johnny. Got to get Johnny before the movie starts, folks.
Oh my God, how are you?
All right, dude.
Good to see you, man.
I'm working hard.
Well, yeah, I know. So am I.
I know you are.
What a turnout.
Wonderful. Johnny Alonso, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. I'm all right.
Thank you for coming out. You guys are the best outfit in Baltimore.
Well, thank
I mean that. You're welcome. I really mean that.
Well, don't let Channel 13 hear that.
So what's going on?
Well, I want to find out a few things from you. You know, we know you're the consummate actor.
Hey.
And to say this movie was different in that you also had to be producer,
Yeah.
co-director.
Yeah.
And one of the things I want to ask, quick question, is what was your role as the co-director?
Well, good question. All right. So co-producing, you know, people have always told me that I would make a great producer. And it's only because I've met so many people throughout my years of working that I'm finally cashing in on favors. And as a producer, you have to know a lot of people. And if you cash in on favors, you get a lot of more things. You get it done. Co-directing, I helped Rennell out on a lot of scenes that really did need almost two different points of views. So we had a blast doing it. You know, it wasn't a 50-50 split. She did a lot more. But when I directed, I had a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing it again.
You think you're going to do more directing?
Say it again?
Will you do more directing?
Maybe. You know, I mean, it's a lot of work, man. I don't know. I mean, you have to have a certain vision for a certain script. This one was easy because I enjoy the whole horror genre, and I enjoy the 80s vibe. So that being said, this was pretty simple for me. I'm not saying directing is easy. It's just that this was a little more in my wheelhouse, so maybe another project, yeah.
With doing that with responsibility, usually you only give the director's vision, you just give the best performance you can, but you have some responsibility for what we see on the screen tonight.
Absolutely.
Did that have any pressure or change anyway?
Are you kidding? It still has pressure on me. Are you kidding? I'm like worried about everything right now.
What about the acting? Did it kind of affect your acting at all?
No, I mean, I came in with my guns loaded. I mean, I knew what I needed. I mean, Rennell still directed me. She's a wonderful director and a great writer. Oh, yeah. So I didn't have any problems working with her. You'll see it tonight. I'm excited you guys to tune in, you know?
I know.
It's good. It's a great thing. You got your work cut out for you, and so do I. I got to run.
Go, John.
Bye, son. Good seeing you.
We'll see you at the party.
TV Free Baltimore, the greatest. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the shout out today.
You're quite welcome.
All right, we bring in Kevin Nguyen. Kevin Nguyen, coming up.
Hello,
How you doing, Kevin?
Nice
to meet you. Same here. And you play the bad guy in this film, don't you?
I am the bad guy in this film, John Snyder. I'm the town jerk. So.
I was going to ask you because of your physique.
Now,
are you always kind of typecast as like the heavy or the bad guy or
bad guy? Policeman, military, bad guy. But I've had some roles where I play the good dad and everything. So I like the challenge. You know, I like doing different roles. My favorite actor is Robin Williams because he can make people laugh, he can make people cry, and he can scare you. So, and that's what I would like to do.
Have you done any comedy?
I have done a comedy. Yes, I have done a comedy. It was kind of based on The Walking Dead, and it was called The Smartest Guys in the Room. And it was basically, we had no idea what we were doing to try to survive the zombie apocalypse. But yeah, it was a good time.
The type of roles that you haven't played yet that you really want to play and say, hey people, I don't want to always be the bad guy. This is what part I want to play. What would that be?
Other than the bad guy?
Yeah, other than the bad guy.
I don't know. I like the the good guy. I like the hero type role, you know, coming in and saving the day. But I've always, I don't know, I like playing the bad guy. That's my favorite, because you can get into the role and maybe things are going on and you can build on that and just take your anger out in the role.
Well, they always say to me that the best actors play the bad guys because they're the toughest roles and the most fun to play.
They are the most fun to play, and it's getting into that mindset and then cutting it off. You know, when they say cut, it's.
They don't carry that anger off set.
No. I don't carry the anger off set. So you
like a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. Yeah. And so when people see this film, when they see me afterwards, they're gonna kind of look at me like, yeah, is that the real Kevin, or is this the real Kevin? You know, so.
Or is he a split personality?
Right. Exactly.
Well, terrific. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you at the party.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Is that everybody? No? More to come. Who's next?
Dawn. Hi, how are you doing? The Dawn. Dawn LeMay, production coordination. I herd cats. I'm the one who herds cats. I'm the one who makes sure that everything gets in line.
I was going to say, in this film, then, what is it that you actually do?
Production coordination. So basically that just makes sure that everything runs smoothly. So it's like whether it's a location scout or you need to coordinate with the venue, it's just you do what needs to be done.
A lot of hats on an independent film.
Many, and I loved it. We had such an amazing team. You couldn't have asked for a better team. You really couldn't.
This is not your first rodeo.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You've done a few other films.
Yes, I have. Mostly independent films, but this was an absolute honor to be able to be part with all these amazing people.
This is an independent film. It's like a major.
Yeah, it's a feature film. It's amazing. And it's like everyone became a family because we had such harsh circumstances that we were working under that everyone became extremely close. And it's like everyone really formed some bonds that you wouldn't have formed if you weren't under such pressure. I mean, we did this in the middle of the pandemic. I mean, it was amazing.
That was amazing.
We were one of the only films that was authorized to film. So that in itself was amazing. And so under those conditions, it was a real family unit, and we did amazing. Look at this turnout.
What a crowd.
Look at this turnout.
Baltimore, my hometown.
It is my hometown. It is my hometown.
Our people are not letting us down.
They are not. They are not.
Bringing Hollywood to Baltimore. I'm saying we're bringing Baltimore to Hollywood.
This is Hollywood. I was just in Hollywood. This is better than Hollywood. I said it.
Smaller theater probably, but you only had.
No, it was a pretty good one. It's right in North Hollywood. It was gorgeous, and we had a wonderful turnout. But this,
like 270, I heard.
Amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I can't wait until you see this movie. It's incredible. I mean, the people were just amazing to work with.
Well, LA, they said it was a standing ovation.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it was.
You don't see that in movies these days.
You don't, but I mean, they deserved it. They absolutely deserved it.
I think you're going to get it from this crowd too.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you for being here. We'll see. Okay. That's Dawn out. Well, of course, don't you? Let me find them. You too, hon. Who are they, anyway? There's a couple. I got tons of them. As they say, I got a million of them. Well, folks, I don't know who else is here, but we may have caught the major cast and crew people. I don't know. We'll see. The lobby is filling up. The excitement is building for this film. Anybody left? Or is that it?
It's not about you, Jim. I know you think it is. It's about Harvey.
It's about Harvey. Yes, it is. This film right here, wonderful. Everybody's saying it's going to be a terrific film. And all right. And again, he's taking pictures of these wonderful murals in this historic theater here in Baltimore. Our wonderful Senator Theater. First film was in October of 1939. So people have been showing films here for 82 years. And the crowd is building, the excitement is building. I say we are bringing Baltimore to Hollywood. Okay. We might be back a little bit later, folks, for the Q&A and maybe something at the after party or my impressions or people walking out telling us what they thought about this film. But thank you for stopping in. Please watch TV Free Baltimore. my interviews. If you know anybody who wants to be on our network, please get a hold of us at tvfreebaltimore.com. But for now, this is Paul Stefan saying good night. Okay?